turning left and right for the second time of 2012 and the first time from the Moon Speedway road course. When it comes to these road course races, Bill Steinbach has been the man, winning 4 career road course events. Chad Limburner has won twice on a road course. Steve Brown has won only once on a road course, but he's only been in 2 road course races. A relatively cool day. Now, as you can see from these shots here, this track is the perfectly matched symmetrical racing course. It's going to be an exciting day of road course racing for the second time of 2012. Prepared for the 30-lap main event from the Moon Speedway road course. Bill Steinbach in that number 80 Chevy Chevelle is on pole, Steve Brown in second in that 56 Ford Mustang, and Chad Limburner in third place. Get ready for some rough and ready road course racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
And the green flag is out in the DoctaDrake 400 up towards turn number 1. Bill Steinbach spinning out, coming up towards turn 2 near the gravel traps. Down through the S's, Chad Limburner leading, Steve in second, and Bill in a distant third place coming out of turn number 6. Working lap number 2 here, Steinbach will pass Brown for a second position. Single file as they come down through the S's. Steinbach with a bit of a jump there, he'll hit the curb, and he'll keep rolling, no caution. Remember, for these road course races, you have to fall 3/4 of a lap down to the leader for there to be a yellow flag.
Yes, and that's after a wreck, obviously. You can't just fall behind and then call a caution. Steinbach has the lead now, and Brown is in second. Limburner is in third. Limburner was leading all the way early in this race, and now he's having some trouble. You can see him going over the bumps on the second super stretch, and we have a yellow flag here on lap number 4 already. Brown will come around here. You can see the other 2 vehicles waiting at the restart line. There comes Brown cutting through. He will hit the line in the center, and they'll all go. He has a jump. Oh, and then Steinbach just gets spun. They're going to say they never took the green flag there because they never reached the start-finish line, and we're going to see this restart again.
Steve Brown will do a U-turn and drive back towards the restart line. No word yet on the driver who comes around will be. It looks like it's going to be Steve Brown. No, it's actually going to be Chad Limburner. Steinbach in the outside, Steve in the middle, and Chad will squeeze into the bottom lane. Green flag is out, lap 5's underway.
A scuffle there between Plymouth and Ford as they go around. Another scuffle, look at that. Limburner just pushes Brown around, and then they all get it together. He gets into the gravel pit, but keeps his car moving, gets back onto the speedway, and then Limburner's having some trouble, and he'll be in third place. And look at this. He is almost a lap down to the leader, which is that red Chevy Chevelle. And now we have a yellow flag on lap number 7 because he hit the tire, and that put him more than 3/4 of a lap down after a significant wreck. So that caused the yellow flag. Here's a restart. Steinbach on the outside, green flag.
Up towards turn number 1, Brown and Limburner both have trouble. What a hard lick for that Plymouth. Chad Limburner got into the fence post there. You can see it looks like he may have lost steering. Look at the front end of that car. It looked like a space shuttle pointed up towards the sky.
Yes, and they're going to say that his car was disabled actually after that wreck. He got it moving, and he'll have second place going into turn number 2. He hits the outside tire wall there coming out of turn 2. And now Steinbach has the lead, and Brown flips, causing a yellow flag on lap 9.
Pretty wild flip here. Let's check it out from up close. You can see the car is already upside down on its roof, bouncing towards turn 6. Another restart attempt. Steinbach will come around on the outside lane. He'll get into the front fender of Steve Brown for lap 10. He'll fall all the way back to third place. Steve Brown a little bit out of control. Maybe losing radio reception down through the S's. He'll bounce over the curb. He'll keep rolling. And he'll get into Steinbach's door in turn 6. He'll have to back up, drive around the Goodyear tire. Now Limburner leading the race, Steinbach in second and Brown in third after a very spread out field. Limburner might lose the lead, though, as he gets into the tire in turn 6. Steinbach trying to draft up to the back of that car, but it's too much of a gap. He'll be on the inside lane. Limburner there really bouncing over the curbs to lose the lead to Steve Brown. And he'll lose second place to Bill Steinbach there.
Yeah, now Brown has quite an advantage here. There goes your second and third place as Limburner actually passes for second place, passes Steinbach, and that'll put Steinbach in the final position of this event. Oh, and then look at Limburner having some trouble. The field is already spreading out here on lap number 15. We have a yellow flag on lap 15. Now, we've raced here before, but the track looks different, and you can see Steinbach fixing his car. Looks like he has a little trouble, and we'll have an instant replay. But as I was saying, with the track, it looks a lot better this year. We have a lot more items that we can use to create the track with. We can make it a lot more defined, and as you said in the intro, it is definitely a symmetrical track. You can see all around the speedway. Things are just as they are on the other side of the track. And here's a big wreck. Steinbach just pushing Brown into one of the tires there. The go-kart tires separating the front stretch from the S-curves.
Getting ready for another restart attempt. Bill Steinbach will cut through the infield, drive around the S's instead of going through them. Brown coming around on the outside lane. There it is. Green flag is back in the air as Brown gets up into the concrete retaining wall. There will be no caution there, and Chad Limburner gets up into the wall, coming down into turn 2. Steinbach leading, Limburner in second, and Brown in third place.
There's a battle for second here between Plymouth and Ford once again. Limburner does have some trouble, and Brown is cutting those corners tight, really putting him ahead of Limburner and catching up to Steinbach here slowly but surely.
Something looks to be wrong with Bill Steinbach's car. You can see it turning the opposite way he's trying to go. We have a yellow flag here for Chad Limburner's wreck. Steve Brown actually got collected up in that one. He got the short end of that stick.
Yeah, Brown actually looked like he had less of a hard wreck than Limburner, but his car was disabled after hitting the post once again. It looks like the cars get caught in between the seam and the concrete there. Brown will come around, and Steinbach will go, and the officials will say that one is not good, and they'll come around again for a restart. Limburner just waiting there patiently.
Sorting things out for the restart. Bill Steinbach coming around. He'll give Chad Limburner a bit of a bump, and that'll accelerate him almost to the lead. He'll take the lead from Steve Brown, who gets a short end of that stick coming out of turn 3. Down through the S's once again. Pretty close up front for the lead. Bill Steinbach still has the edge over the field. Chad Limburner losing second to Steve Brown, and he might lose a part of that front end of that car hitting the wall. He'll spin out in the S's, back up, and try to keep rolling. Steve Brown has some issues. Yellow flag on lap 20, though.
Yeah, Steve Brown was actually upside down while we were looking at Limburner spin out there near that second camera. Look at that. That's a hard hit right into the wall there. That's incredible.
Another restart attempt here. Shocking that Mustang is still rolling. And he'll roll right to the lead on this restart attempt. Bill Steinbach going to the inside, trying to take that spot from Limburner almost into the gravel traps.
Yes, and there's your leader, Limburner now. Brown pushed back to third place, and Steinbach here is battling out for the lead as he's trying to battle his car. Looks like it's cutting to the left all the time here. Limburner obviously has the best car today. I must say, it looks great. And Brown's Ford just getting beat up. That 56 Ford having a lot of trouble. There goes the Chevy into the cone, and that'll finally cause a caution here. A red flag. Steinbach wants to take a look at his car during this caution. Oh, wait, look at this. Brown doesn't have a wheel.
Here's an instant replay of turn number 6. You can see the car is out of control, and then he comes to a halt. And look at the wheel on the outside of the wall rolling past the car on the right side. Look at that. We zoomed in on this. There goes the wheel by the wall. And look at that left front, no tire or wheel in place.
Insane. How did that wheel get on the other side of the car? Thankfully, he got it back on, and we're rolling once again under green flag conditions. Thankfully, that was a quick repair. You can just put the wheel back on, and you can see he's having some trouble steering on this lap. There's your yellow flag on lap 24. Here's another red flag. They'll go out, fix the camera, which Bill Steinbach actually slammed into after this wreck. Look at Brown flipping.
As Steve Brown was upside down, Bill Steinbach lost control. The car cut to the left, directly into the camera, losing some of the footage. And Bill Steinbach gets the edge on this restart attempt on the bottom lane, lap 25. Limburner out of play there over in turn number 1. The whole field actually has incidents in turn 3. Bill Steinbach way up in the air, upside down on lap 25. Let's check out this one again. An absolutely incredible flip. Him and Steve Brown were side. Look at that car. He completely flips mid-air and comes to rest on his wheels. Look at that. Steve Brown hit the bump, got up underneath it. Look at that car upside down in the air. Incredible action.
Looks like the splitter of that Mustang got up underneath him and flicked him up as he was going over that bump. Look at them already wrecking, and then he just flicks the car up with the front of the Mustang.
That car is all wadded up. Getting ready for another restart attempt here. Everything's clean and ready to go. Steinbach, not a clean restart for him as he gets in Limburner's car very hard, trying to block him going into turn number 2. Limburner tries to get him a little bit loose, and he'll lose control through the S's. Brown up by the wall. Steinbach hard into the Goodyear tire. Chad Limburner drives right into him, causing a yellow flag on lap 26.
Okay, we're going to have a restart here as Brown once again is on his side. That car is getting absolutely beat up today. Very hard wrecks for Brown, losing a wheel, flipping, then flicking Steinbach, and having several wrecks.
Bill Steinbach with the edge on that restart attempt. He'll try to clear the field, but he's not going to be able to do it. He'll get a hard bump and off into the gravel traps. He tries to put it in reverse, but that car gets stuck, as you can see in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. He will drive around. The car's back on the racing track. Getting ready for the restart. Slows up. And he'll be in the outside lane with the jump. There it is. Green flag's back in the air once again. Him and Brown get together in turn 1. Limburner pretty wide out of turn 2, and that'll be a yellow flag on lap 28 for Steve Brown over in turn 1 at the far end of the speedway.
Okay, Limburner looks like he's having some trouble getting to the restart line here. Finally gets there. He'll have the middle lane, and Brown will come around on the outside. There it is. Green flag is already out again. Brown rocketing off out of turn 1. That was an extremely fast restart there for him. Steinbach having some trouble there getting into the gravel pit and hitting the retaining wall there, and we'll have a green-white checker attempt, the first of 3.
You can see he hit the tire at the end of the wall there, drove off into the gravel traps, hit the wall, and got stuck. First green-white checker attempt is green. There it is. Up through turn number 1, Brown, the early leader. Bill Steinbach wheeling that Chevelle all over the place, and he just drove off into the gravel traps. He'll gather it up to keep rolling to drive into one of the bike tires. The white flag is already out. Chad Limburner has trouble over in turn 6. Brown, the leader. Steinbach with big trouble in the S's. Brown coming out of turn number 6. He will win the DoctaDrake 400. Steinbach still has 1 lap to go.
And Limburner will come around, hopefully, and we're going to say definitely to take second now as he crosses the line. Steinbach finishing his final lap as he went a lap down to Brown there at the end.
A pretty disappointing day for Bill Steinbach. He had high hopes coming into this road course race, but he wasn't able to close the deal. He will come in 3rd place. The official word from his team is that the antenna fell. He lost radio contact through the S's.
I think it was just a bad car on his part today. Very terrible with the chassis. The steering was just not good at all. We saw him have a lot more wrecks than he usually did, and that Mustang and the Plymouth really ran circles around him today. Those cars were beautiful.
The next time you see us here on the Three Rivers RC Racing channel, we'll be returning to Moon Speedway. So get ready for some rough and ready racing.